My husband left me after 18 years of marriage. Not because we fought, not because I cheated, not because our marriage was falling apart. He left because he said he deserved someone younger. The day he walked out, he looked me in the eyes and said, "You're not the woman I married anymore." What happened 3 years later made him regret every word. My name is Sarah. I was 42 years old when my marriage ended. For nearly 2 decades, I had built a life with my husband, Jason. We met in college. We struggled together. Bought our first tiny apartment together. Raised 2 children together. I supported him through layoffs. I worked extra shifts when money was tight. When he wanted to start his own business, I used my savings to help him. I believed we were partners, the kind that grew old together. At least, that's what I thought. Looking back now, the signs were there. The late-night texts, the sudden gym memberships, the expensive clothes, the new haircut. But I trusted him, and trust can make you blind. One Friday evening, Jason asked if we could talk. The moment I saw his face, I knew something was wrong. He sat across from me at the kitchen table. Then he said words I'll never forget. "I'm leaving." At first I laughed. I thought it was a joke. Then he continued, "I've met someone else." My heart stopped. I couldn't breathe. I asked who she was. He hesitated. Then he told me. She was 26 years old, a woman from his office. Young, beautiful, and according to him, exciting. I remember staring at him, waiting for him to say he was kidding. But he wasn't. Then came the sentence that hurt the most. "I don't want to spend the rest of my life feeling old." 18 years. Gone in a few minutes. The divorce was brutal. Jason moved in with his new girlfriend almost immediately. Social media made everything worse. Vacation photos, luxury dinners, matching outfits. He looked happier than ever. Meanwhile, I was struggling. The house felt empty. My children were angry. I cried myself to sleep most nights. Friends told me to move on, but moving on wasn't that simple. I had spent half my life loving one person, and now I had to learn who I was without him. For months, I felt broken. Then one morning, something changed. I looked in the mirror, and I realized I had 2 choices: stay miserable or rebuild. So I started rebuilding. I joined a fitness class, not for Jason, for me. I started reading again, traveling again, living again. Then something unexpected happened. An old coworker offered me a position at a growing company. I accepted. Within 2 years, I became a senior executive. My salary doubled, then tripled. I bought a beautiful new home, made new friends, found confidence I didn't know I had. For the first time in years, I was genuinely happy. And the funny thing, the less I thought about Jason, the better my life became. I wasn't trying to prove anything anymore. I was simply living. Then, one evening, my phone rang. It was Jason. I hadn't spoken to him in months. His voice sounded different, tired, defeated. I later learned his young girlfriend had left him. His business was struggling, and the exciting life he chose wasn't so exciting anymore. After a few minutes of small talk, he finally said it. "I made a mistake." I stayed silent. Then he continued. "I never should have left." For years, I imagined hearing those words, but when they finally came, I felt nothing. No anger, no satisfaction, nothing. Because I had already moved on. Jason asked if we could start over. He said we could rebuild what we had, that he finally understood my value. I smiled. Then I told him something he wasn't expecting. "The woman you left no longer exists." There was silence. Then I thanked him for calling, and I hung up. That night, I sat on my porch watching the sunset. Not because I had won, not because he had lost, but because I finally understood something. Sometimes the worst thing that happens to you becomes the best thing that ever happened. Because losing the wrong person can be the first step toward finding yourself.